The story begins in Brazil's Amazon rainforest, where a woman named Anna and a young man are desperately fleeing through the jungle. Anna urges him to reach a boat before it's too late, but he's frozen in fear after seeing something terrifying hidden in the trees. No matter how much she begs, he refuses to move, forcing Anna to leave him behind and continue alone. As she runs, two armed men chase after her. Just as they close in, a gigantic anaconda bursts from the water, grabs one of them, and drags him away in seconds. The reason they're hunting Anna, and the snake's role, remains a mystery. The story then shifts to Doug, a man who dreamed of becoming a film director but now runs his father's wedding video business. His best friend, Griff, is an actor who only lands forgettable roles. Both feel trapped in lives far from the future they imagined. During Doug's birthday party, Griff finds an old monster movie they made as kids. Watching it reminds everyone of the dream they once shared. The next morning, Griff reveals he has secured the rights to remake the monster movie they always wanted to create. Claire and Danny immediately agree, but Doug hesitates because of his family business. Later, Doug sees his young son watching their childhood film. Inspired by the memory, and encouraged by his wife to follow his dream, he decides to join the project. After rewriting the script again and again to fit their tiny budget, he cuts the cost from nearly $2 million to just $43,000 while keeping the story intact. Impressed, the team chooses Doug to direct. Before Doug leaves for Brazil, his son gives him a small lucky trophy for the journey. The crew arrives in the Amazon. They meet Kenny, a local snake handler, who warns them that wild anacondas are far larger than his tame pet. Everyone laughs off the warning. Meanwhile, Anna quietly steals a boat key from a man relaxing at a nearby restaurant, only to discover it belongs to the same boat Doug's crew plans to use. Thinking quickly, she tells the crew the trip has been cancelled because her father has been taken to hospital. Desperate not to lose their chance, the team convinces her to help instead, and she takes them deep into the rainforest. As they film the stunning scenery, the armed men learn which boat Anna escaped on and begin following them. That night, Kenny's pet anaconda escapes from its damaged crate, sneaks into Griff's cabin, catches a bird, and swallows it whole, leaving Griff badly shaken while Kenny stays surprisingly calm. Kenny assures everyone that his pet anaconda is harmless, well-trained, and always obeys his commands. The next morning, Anna continues steering the boat toward a destination she refuses to explain. Although the crew is confused, Doug focuses on filming an important scene with Griff and Kenny's snake. Still terrified after the previous night, Griff struggles to perform. Doug calms him down, and filming resumes. But when the snake gets too close, Griff panics and throws it away. It crashes into the boat's engine, where the propeller kills it instantly. Kenny is devastated. That evening, the crew cremates the snake and gives it a respectful farewell. Meanwhile, one of the armed men tracking Anna finally catches up, only to be attacked and killed by a gigantic wild anaconda, proving Kenny's warning was true. Later, Griff apologizes to Kenny, who forgives him and suggests catching another snake so filming can continue. Though frightened, Griff agrees. Deep in the jungle, Kenny warns that giant anacondas can be hiding anywhere. Griff soon becomes separated from him and runs back to the boat in panic. Kenny isn't as lucky. A massive anaconda ambushes him, crushes him, and drags him away. Griff tells the others, but Doug believes Kenny's experience will help him return. When hours pass with no sign of him, the crew joins Anna to search the jungle. Instead, they become lost and eventually discover an abandoned camping van, deciding to spend the night there. At the same time, the armed men board the empty boat and spread through the jungle searching for Anna. Inside the van, the crew hears strange noises. Suddenly, Kenny's half-digested body is thrown outside, followed by the enormous anaconda. As the snake prepares to crush the van, the engine refuses to start. Danny remembers a spare battery under the bonnet. Risking his life, Doug climbs out to reconnect it. The moment the engine back to life, he leaps into the van just before the snake can reach him. While they escape, the armed men find the van and open fire. Trapped between gunmen and the giant snake, the crew fights for survival. Anna finally reveals that the men are illegal gold miners who will kill anyone in their way. She grabs a rifle and returns fire while Danny excitedly films the battle for the movie. After escaping, they return to the boat, where the gang leader demands Anna's location. She quietly sneaks behind him and knocks him unconscious. Anna then says there's an airstrip about a day and a half away, offering their best chance to escape. Doug agrees, but Griff wants to finish the film first. Doug rewrites the script, replacing the giant snake story with one about illegal gold miners. At first, Griff loves the new script, but moments later, he and Claire are shocked to find their roles have been drastically reduced, while Anna has suddenly become one of the movie's main characters. Feeling ignored, they decide to quit the production, and the next morning Griff tells Doug he's leaving. Just then, another film crew passes by on a nearby boat. Doug asks what they're filming, and the answer shocks everyone. They're making the official Anaconda reboot. Doug instantly realizes Griff lied about owning the remake rights. Feeling betrayed, he throws Griff off the project. Griff doesn't argue. Already planning to leave, He takes a small boat and follows the other crew. But when he catches up, he finds their boats destroyed. Only one terrified woman is left alive, screaming for help. As Griff rushes toward her, a gigantic anaconda suddenly appears and swallows her whole. Horrified, he races back to warn the others. Meanwhile, Doug convinces the crew to venture deeper into the rainforest, explaining that Anna has found the perfect filming location. The others want to search for Griff instead, but Anna suddenly points a gun at them and forces everyone into the jungle. At the same time, the man chasing her finds the abandoned boat and follows their tracks. Griff later reaches the boat, finds a sniper rifle inside the attacker's small boat, and heads into the jungle to protect his friends. Anna eventually leads the crew to an abandoned mining camp hidden in the swamp. She orders them to carry several heavy bags back to the boat. When they open one, they're shocked to discover it's filled with gold. They finally realize why Anna has been on the run. Moments later, the man chasing Anna arrives and reveals the truth. He isn't a criminal. He's a police officer investigating an illegal gold mining operation, and Anna is the real fugitive. Before he can arrest her, Griff mistakenly shoots him in the leg, believing he's saving his friends. Realizing his mistake comes too late. As the wounded officer tries to stop Anna, she shoots him first. Claire knocks the gun from Anna's hands, but the victory is short-lived. The giant snake grabs Anna and drags her into the jungle, ending her escape forever. The survivors flee deeper into the rainforest. Doug apologizes to Griff for everything that happened between them, but before Griff can answer, the anaconda attacks again and swallows Doug whole. Believing he's dead, the group continues until they reach a wide clearing. Moments later, the snake vomits up Doug, a wild boar, and a squirrel. Believing Doug is already dead, the group uses all three as bait to distract the monster. But just as the anaconda approaches, Doug suddenly wakes up. Griff warns him, and Doug runs for his life. The snake chases him, but grabs only the boar strapped to his back, allowing Doug to escape. The group finally reaches the ruined film set of the official reboot. Just as the giant anaconda catches up, someone hiding in the wreckage fires several signal flares. The loud blasts frighten the snake, forcing it to retreat and giving the survivors a brief chance to breathe. The person who saves them turns out to be one of the actors from the Sony production. He explains that the giant snake attacked their set and destroyed everything, and several members of his crew are still missing somewhere in the jungle. Realizing they may never escape unless they fight back, Doug understands they have only one option. They need to find a way to defeat the anaconda before it finds them again. The actor admits he doesn't know how the original movie's script planned to defeat the creature, but he does reveal something important. The explosive charges used during filming are still scattered around the abandoned set, and luckily, they are still working. Doug quickly comes up with a new plan. They will lure the anaconda toward the explosives and use them to destroy it. The actor refuses to join them because he wants to continue searching for the missing members of his crew. Before leaving, everyone takes a quick selfie together and wishes him good luck on his search. The survivors immediately begin setting up their trap. Danny prepares the explosive detonator while placing cameras around the area to capture the entire moment. Claire turns on the generators, bringing light back to the abandoned film set. Meanwhile, Doug and Griff climb into a nearby vehicle and take on the most dangerous part of the plan, drawing the giant snake toward the explosives. They hear the terrifying sound of the anaconda getting closer. They keep looking behind them, expecting the creature to attack from the back. But suddenly, the massive snake bursts out from Griff's side of the vehicle. Doug reacts instantly, presses the accelerator, and races straight toward the trap. As soon as the anaconda reaches the explosives, Danny activates the detonator. Powerful explosions tear through the film set, and everyone celebrates, believing they have finally defeated the creature. However, their victory doesn't last long. The explosions only hurt the giant anaconda, but the creature is still alive. With the snake still coming after them and almost no place left to escape, the group desperately searches for another way to survive. Then Griff notices several gas tanks hidden beneath the platform where the anaconda is moving. Realizing this could be their final chance, he quickly fires a signal flare toward the tanks. A massive explosion suddenly erupts, tearing through the giant anaconda and leaving the creature badly damaged. But even after everything it has endured, the predator is still barely alive. Doug approaches the wounded snake, determined to make sure the danger is finally over. Using the small lucky trophy his son gave him before the journey, he strikes the creature one final time. At last, the giant anaconda is defeated. With the nightmare finally behind them, the survivors leave the Amazon alive. After returning to the city, their film becomes a massive success and even earns recognition worthy of major awards. And with their impossible adventure turned into a legendary movie, the story finally comes to an end. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.